right, we're back. Circling Back podcast presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C and superfruit acerola. My name's Will DeFries. To my left, David Ruff.
Before y'all at home criticize me for my voice or my face looking just kind of like shit, know that it's mainly because I dropped the fellas off at daycare for the first time today. And in no way may you criticize me for performance, for looks, and just anything today. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Just go ahead and throw the force field over me. Thank you for having me, Will.
I didn't know you were breaking those boys off this morning at daycare.
They don't go to the same daycare, to be clear. That would be tight. If there was a place that would watch your kid and your dog.
Honestly, delete this. Brett, start typing, Brett.
It's a good idea.
Just a one-stop shop for the homies. We also have Dylan Shivery in the building today. This is the earliest you've been introduced in a minute.
Wow, yes, thank you. My computer is acting up, and so my rundown.
How many loads are left?
My rundown is not updated. It's just nothing but ad reads. I'm wondering,
Dude, I love that.
what exactly we're gonna talk about today.
Dude, I love that for you.
Yeah. Anyway, hey guys, dude, a mega cute picture you took, by the way, of dropping the lads off today.
Where can they find that?
Well, if you go to my account at dshivery.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, I'm friends with Dave Ruff on there, so you just
No, it's at DC Ruff on Instagram. If you want to find out how New Orleans was, like, you can go check that out. Got a couple G's off.
Who got the most G's off this weekend?
Dude, no one's doing two of the same picture in one post. But is there a subtle difference? Maybe you should go look and find out.
Is there a subtle difference?
At
The
dshivery.
answer may surprise you.
The answer may shock you. No one thought that I would get two of the same picture.
I cannot.
Is it the same?
Will, I'm waiting for the Will DeFries photo dome.
I need to go spend some time curating the photo dump.
Why were you just taking pics of me all weekend?
Dude, because you were on one. I don't
even want to talk about that.
I was Dave's personal photographer on Saturday, and he was absolutely killing it.
You only take pictures of Dave. Like
Dude,
dope pictures of Dave.
His vibes were immaculate.
His vibes were okay.
Some of the people like around New Orleans, like that we met, were like, "Dude, you're worldwide," and I was like, "What's that mean?" Like, you're looking like Fitbull.
Dude, I think it's because I'm obsessed with Dave's Slovenia warm-up top. Like, I just love it because it has major European soccer vibes, and so I think that's why I was just volume shooting Dave shots.
Yeah, maybe when you buy a soccer kit, you'll get the Will DeFries treatment.
I will never buy a soccer kit.
I'm gonna buy you one.
Oh, I'm not gonna wear it.
What would be the worst team for Dylan to ride for?
I'm gonna have to think about that.
I mean, I'd ride for Austin FC, of course, as it is the only pro team my city has ever had.
We
in
need
its
you in that
existence.
Euro drip, though.
Yeah, we do.
I don't want the Euro drip.
Speaking of Euro
I'm not gonna rep Slovenia when I'm American, you know.
we got Mr. Nordic vibes himself
different.
in the building today. The Magic Bullet, some know him. BizDev Brett.
Tell you what, I'm just here to do two things.
Okay.
Drink Celsius and ask you questions, and I'm all out of Celsius.
Oh, are you really?
No, I got like a sip and a half left.
Jeez.
Brett got the nod today, I think, for several different reasons. One, we needed an outsider's perspective of asking us some questions about New Orleans, so our glazed-over brains don't just forget things. But then we also just needed Brett to maybe just help us through this entire episode.
I got you. I'm the reliable guy who's just there to help things along. I'm the sideline reporter. I'm the host in the studio. I'm happy to do all of those things today, Will.
None of us seem that bad right now. I'll say that.
No, I'm surprised by the vibes. Randy
Like-
went to Nashville for like a day and came back and was dead.
Yeah, like we're dominating Randy right now.
Why are we so different than Randy? That's a good point, man.
People are
The
wondering.
dude's he's like 21 years old. We're mid-30s. And we're just like doing laps around this kid.
So I ran into him in the parking lot. I was coming back from the dumpster. I wasn't getting a COVID test done. I was throwing away our trash.
Right.
And he was walking in, and he like looked at me, and he gave me a, "Hey, what's up, big guy?" He big guyed me.
Dude, that's what he came in here and did basically the same thing in front of everybody.
Yeah, he came in with way too much
Just
energy.
showing off the fact that he didn't get into one over the weekend, and we did.
Cool, dude.
He moved for like 30 hours.
God, we have one weekend out of the last like forever that we actually get to go run, and we have Randy guilting us in the studio the next day.
It's not okay, man.
I had to go to two separate daycares, and I still beat Randy into the office.
He's got to figure out his new commute, where he's 20 minutes closer than he used to be.
True. No excuses anymore. Are there any good breakfast taco places between Randy's new apartment and the studio? Because he's going to be getting to know them real well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know Randy is right next to Home Depot.
He's close to Bougie's Donuts.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not a big donut guy. A lot of sugar in the
You
morning.
should be.
I mean, I did have a Sprite at the airport yesterday that has 64 grams of sugar in it.
63.
63.
I told Bae about that. I was so shocked. I was like, do you know how many grams of sugar are in a 20-ounce Sprite? And she guessed like 20-something. I blew her mind with the 63 number.
Yeah, you made me feel so guilty that I didn't even finish it.
Oh, my gosh.
It was all you.
Did you know that, Brett?
I do, dude. I don't drink soda. I never
63
have.
grams of sugar.
But if you're at the airport at 9 a.m. after a New Orleans weekend, a Sprite sounds pretty good.
A GL.
Well, give them the
Ginger
full
ale.
context, too.
What?
Where
Shake
we
Shack?
we're at Shake Shack buying
Yeah.
chicken sandwiches at 9 a.m.
The
Goodness,
squad was doing
guys.
chicken sangers. Dylan did get a pretty good looking breakfast sandwich from Shake Shack, which
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
even know
lie.
existed.
My breakfast sandwich, and I didn't know they had breakfast sandwiches there, was incredible.
It looked good. It looked good. Hey, before we got some major announcements before today's episode. Are you guys ready for these? First and foremost, everyone knows the Bachelorette ended last week. What we have in front of us is an opportunity for content on patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. We are going to be doing worst of for the foreseeable future up until spooky season. Get your stories in. Either go to, you can send us an email with your worst stories at worstof@washmedia.com, or you can go to washmedia.com and just click on the worst of logo, and there is a form that you can fill out with your story. We have enough stories in the hopper for a few episodes, but this is the opportunity right now to get all the stories in that we can possibly stack so that we don't have to worry about it. These episodes are only as good as your stories are bad. Just get them in.
If you are not yet familiar with the worst of, give it a shot. I promise you'll not be disappointed.
Just give it a chance to earn your business.
That is my guarantee. It is, in my opinion, some of the best content that we do across the board.
It's so good that we might just end up double downing on it at some point in life and making it available to the masses.
Yeah,
Just pulling back the curtain.
it's incredible.
double downing.
I will say, I'm not proud of what I'm about to say, but I am going to do it. I will be watching Bachelor in Paradise, and I'm going to give it a 3-episode test run. And there might be some mini episodes that aren't full hour-long episodes on Patreon. But because I do actually enjoy Bachelor in Paradise, I'm not ready to give up quite yet. But worst of is going to be the main thing going forward. So go over to patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. We also offer our yearly subscription now for 10% off, so you don't have to. You can just have 10% off.
Hurts nobody.
Sheesh. Church.
Goes in the economy.
Also, go follow Circling Back Pod and Watch Media on the Grom. Leave a review or 5-star rating. We've gotten some unbelievable reviews over the last week. Are you guys ready for these?
Yes.
I am personally. I'm only speaking for myself, but yeah, I'm ready.
This guy says, this is from Darby Lunchbox, says, watch the breakdown. Says, Will saves his best performances for when Dave's little whiskey girl's on the mic. Dave doesn't laugh ever. Dylan, OOAT, Oded, oldest of all time. That was kind of mean from her.
There's people that
I
are
feel
older.
like there are people older than I am.
Yeah, but they're drinking nips of whiskey every night. And then it says,
I've been
it says
drinking them.
Brent batting 1,000 on dating apps.
I am.
Yeah.
That is 100% true.
We also have one of 3 podcasts I listen to. Been a huge Sunday Scaries fan for a while, and I needed to kill time at work, so I stumbled onto this. If you want a podcast that is 2/3 trying to get through announcements, then this podcast is for you. In all seriousness, it's a very entertaining podcast, and I think it's official that Jeff Bezos is, in fact, the king of Cabo.
Whoa.
Dude,
how did he get?
I think many people would disagree with
How did
that.
JP? How did JP get into the country? I thought like he would had an extradition thing. Like
Did
he
you
would
just-
not come back.
Did you just give your fake nickname its own nickname?
JP?
Yeah.
Sounds like I might have.
Okay.
Dude,
Well-
Pod fan guy just left us a review called Cute Dave.
Very cool.
Like, I guess Pod fan guy's a big fan of Dave. Says Dave is in the new stew. Shout out to the new stew goofing. He looks at the camera all cute after he makes a joke.
He does. He does.
He's all cute.
My secret is to have a purple drink from Lafitte's every morning.
Is there still that one sitting in your fridge at
It absolutely
Ace
is.
Hotel?
I left it there. Yeah.
I
A
popped it
purple
open.
drink every morning.
There was a split second where I thought that was part of the mini bar. It was just a styrofoam cup with like Lafitte's purple. But no, it was yours.
Yeah. You could have had it, honestly, because we left it.
Yeah, it had melted. It just didn't have the same vibe.
It turns out one purple drink is plenty
Nah.
at Lafitte's.
No, give me $1 million.
Yeah, so our boy Pierce bought me that second one, and I had like 2 sips of it and took it back to the hotel.
Also, turns out when it's completely slammed in there because of a charity event, they serve them to you melted,
Yeah, they didn't have time to.
and they're
freeze 'em.
still cold and they're still good, but it's a little different.
I'm glad we were only there to pick up a debit card as opposed to hang out there.
More on
More on
I
that.
forgot we went there to get his debit card.
Yeah, that's the only reason we went there. We had left a debit card. Our final review says, "Add me on the Grom." It says, "I'm writing to you to simply say I just watched the YouTube video on the bits. Never before have seen this kid saying, 'Add me on the Grom.' I've always laughed at that from the beginning of each episode, but seeing the video took it to a whole new level. 5 stars. Look
Let's
at us.
go.
Our
Let's
videos
go.
are paying dividends.
Facts.
Shout out Randy. YouTube.com/washmedia if you want to see that yourself. Either way,
To be clear, we don't offer an actual dividend
correct.
as of yet.
Correct.
Just want to put
Yeah.
that out there. Disclaimer.
Thank you for clarifying
Yep.
that. Yeah, we're in no position to be doing that. Is it time to recap this New Orleans and Fun presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer?
We could honestly spend a whole episode on this, by the way.
Yeah, we could.
But it's time.
We could.
yeah.
We could. Sometimes the option of something extra makes your choice easier. When you're going down the aisle in this economy right now, there's so many hard seltzers to choose from. But as the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C, Vizzy brings something unique and delicious to the table. And guess what? It's watermelon season. Watermelon sugar.
season. Hi.
Actually, it's not. It's
He's
yeah.
doing a song.
Watermelon season. Hi.
So,
Yeah.
You just come up with one song for every single Vizzy read that we do.
You got a freaking problem with that?
No. Just in time for summer, Vizzy's Hard Seltzer just dropped an all-watermelon variety pack hitting shelves this last July. Made from real watermelon juice and the antioxidant vitamin C Vizzy's known for. It's extracted all from superfruit acerola cherry and with bold and delicious dual fruit flavors, real watermelon juice, and antioxidant vitamin C. Vizzy makes your hard seltzer choice a little easier and a lot tastier. They've got blueberry watermelon, kiwi watermelon, passion fruit watermelon, and mango watermelon.
Ooh.
Look at us. It joins the other Vizzy popular packs, including Vizzy Lemonade and Hard Seltzer, and the Vizzy Variety Packs 1 and 2. Never hurts to add some antioxidants and vitamins to the mix. And at 5% ABV, 100 calories, and 1 gram of real cane sugar per can. It's pretty much the opposite of a Sprite. I'm in.
Wow. Good point.
I'm in. Upgrade your hard seltzer to Vizzy. To find out where you can purchase Vizzy, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/washed. To get updates on our latest flavor drops and more, sign up for the emails over at VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. Must be 21 or older. I think we have a little bit of a different format for
Yeah,
today.
I was going to say, I usually kick these things off, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to talk about my whole weekend when we all have the same one, and there's much to talk about. But can I say something off the top real quick?
Yes.
The number of just listeners that we met in New Orleans was a little bit overwhelming for me. So
Yes.
I want to I want to say I might just undersell it in my head, how many people we reach and how many people actually listen to us and know about us. It was very, very cool. So to everyone who said what's up, thank you so much. I mean, at the pool, on Bourbon Street, at the airport, everywhere we went, pretty much.
Tell them about the guy at the airport.
Oh yeah, the guy at the airport. After we had met many listeners throughout the entire weekend, I'm in line, Southwest, of course, to get on the plane. And as we're walking up to the gate, the guy in front of me leaned over and said, "Hey, man, are my arms tiny enough?" Loved it. I got a hearty laugh out of it.
Weren't you telling me that they weren't? Like they were actually kind of grossly muscular and bulbous?
He was a little bit muscular for my taste,
Yeah.
but it's okay. He has time to work on those arms.
I'm not judging, but yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
it's not
working.
too late for him.
I'm thinking about getting another mole removed to my other arm just to make sure my arms are even when it comes to their tininess.
How is that?
It's actually shaping up pretty well. I feel like I'm not getting nearly enough credit for literally getting surgery this summer trying to make my arms smaller.
And then you tried to play golf with it and re-injured yourself.
Yeah, and just completely derailed any recovery that I had. It was a really good call.
Yeah.
Shouts to the guy, too, that was in the airport, saw y'all, and did not come up because he says, quote, didn't come up to them, crowded airport gate, and they just finished a bachelor party. Being left alone was most likely a high priority at that point. Shouts to Tyler. So he was
Tyler,
there.
Well, I do respect what you're going for there. Yeah. We would have loved to have said what's up.
Yeah, a little bit of gas might have
Yeah.
done some good for us. But
Gas never hurts.
we didn't even try to sit next to each other on the flight. We all just spread out.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah.
was that? I had the whole row saved. Why did y'all just ignore it?
I needed a window, man.
I needed a window too.
I sat in the aisle seat because as everybody knows, my bladder's small. I pee a lot. For some
Respect.
reason, didn't pee on this flight.
Huh.
Just saying, I was a little sad.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, man.
Dehydration.
Yeah, that's
I
what
said 0 words in the entire flight
No
back.
peeing.
0 words.
None.
Didn't
You
need to
get
say
it?
anything.
I put my headphones on, didn't even turn them on, had nothing going through them, and I just put my head against the window and slept for the
Yep.
entire flight. It
I
was
took a little
beautiful.
cat nap.
Do you want to know what I listened to?
Was
It's
it
just-
was it Vin Diesel?
No, it was not Vin.
What was it?
It was I got back into Sturgill, and I listened to what's the album with like Breakers Roar, all that 2 ago, the one that's written entirely about his son, and I
You
was
cried.
listening to it on the plane, and I'm not kidding, I was sitting there, just eyes closed, like in an emotional tailspin, and then I was like, afterward, I was like, why am I doing this?
Oh,
what-
Dave.
I haven't listened to that album since
What a cute new dad you
since
are.
the kid.
Oh my god!
Since the Rhodes Man.
Dude, I got home yesterday and immediately watched Ted Lasso from Friday. I cried literally for 20 minutes.
I knew
Dave,
you would.
his song "Welcome to Earth," which is one of his older, more popular.
That's the one.
songs.
That's the one. That's
Yeah.
the first song on the
That's
album.
about
I didn't know
his
this even
son.
existed.
It's
I'm
about
gonna
his
go
son.
home and
Sailor's
cry today.
Sailor's Guide to Earth. I think it's called. Whatever.
It was that one's about his kid, and it'll get you.
Brett, from an outsider's perspective, how would you say we did?
Yeah, well, I guess we can introduce this. We did a party pod about Will's wedding about a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the format I wanted to, or not I, but we wanted to go at this bachelor party with. Instead of you guys being like, oh, remember like this?
My brain is operating too low to actually like recap things. So I figured it was best if we had Brett in here just volume shooting questions. today.
Outsider's perspective, it was a perfect amount of content to not volume shooting ratio. I think everything you put up was quality.
Let's go.
There was not
That's
any
big. Go.
egregious post besides maybe when you both did Saturdays at Poe the Boys.
That was just Dylan trolling me because I trolled his initial tweet about starting
Yeah.
off in New Orleans.
I ripped his exact tweet.
Got it. So that was
Minutes later.
That was the bit.
the one outside perspective that if you had missed either one of those tweets, you were like, what is happening?
By the way, a lot of
So-
people are talking about the fact that I almost like doubled him up in likes on that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
You needed that win though because
I did.
I absolutely lapped you.
I absolutely ran him down.
Okay.
It
They're
was
like
kind of
Horatio
like
sounds.
Will was up 3-0 and like it was gentleman's sweep. Like Dylan got game 4. Dylan got game 4.
Dylan really flexed when he put up an original fit pick before Galatoire's lunch though, and just I mean you're reaching 5 on the gram right now.
Yeah. I'm
Wow.
approaching 5K likes.
Oh,
Very
dude! Shout out
close.
to Desmond.
Dude,
Is that his name?
Yeah,
best photo taker there is.
He was
Really?
an absolute real one.
he went absolutely off taking that. He was so excited to take it.
When someone asks if they can take your photo and
Demand.
then they absolutely crush it, he got low on the ground and did like the full crouch.
What's
Gotta
his
get
at?
Every angle.
Dylan, what's his at?
His
Let's-
at is at DEMONDD __.
Swag.
Nobody's
It's
doing
very
2
confusing,
underscores.
but you got to do it.
I mean, this dude has a girlfriend that likes to have her picture taken. He knows all the angles. He knows how to work a camera. He's fantastic.
He did it to him.
Yeah.
Let
Shouts
me
to
ask you
him.
guys this.
Yes.
It's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The airport warm up. It says here that the Dylan tried to get pizza, but he got pizza combos. What happened there, Dylan?
That was tough.
Yeah. So I was hungry, and I wanted
As you are.
and I wanted pizza. And for whatever reason, the pizza place there, forgot what it's called, closes at dinner time.
That's a good call from them.
So they closed right before I went up to the window, and it was
Huh.
our plane left at 6 something, so it was like legit like 5:30, which is a weird time to close, but they did, and so I was like, man, I just got a chicken sandwich. I didn't want a chicken sandwich again, so I was like, I walked around and I found some combos, and they were okay.
Okay.
They were okay.
Was anybody expecting pizza that you just came back with combos? You're like, hey guys, I'm sorry.
No, Dave and I actually went to the pizza place together, and we were both disappointed.
I bailed and did fly right. Got a chicken sandwich. I got the spicy one, and my lips burned the entire plane ride. It was fantastic.
Nice. Did that first plane ride? Was there any? Did you warm it up with it alone? Started to get rowdy at all?
No, it didn't because
I did one single.
because of the invisible enemy. They
Right.
weren't doing alcoholic
Taliban.
drinks. Yeah, no.
Oh.
They didn't do any drinks on the flight, and so it was a very tame flight into New Orleans. Unless you are Micah, who did pack a paper bag full of shots of Fernet.
What? Wow. Yes.
So-
What is he doing with? Dude,
So,
no one actually
Micah
likes
got after
Fournette.
it.
I
Yeah.
liked Fournette, David.
I do too. I do
Thank you.
too.
It,
And-
it tastes like
Goodness.
mouthwash.
yeah.
Dude,
Who
most
doesn't?
everybody after that, when I was waiting for an Uber with Pierce and whoever else was with us, we just all like, dude, why does he keep ordering that? No one wants this.
I'm not
Every
saying I
place we
hate it,
went-
but it tastes like mouthwash.
Every dinner we did ended with Micah ordering Fournette.
I was fine with it.
I love that move.
I was fine with it.
So you guys landed in New Orleans Thursday night. At what point was the decision made? I know the game plan was to kind of take Thursday night easy
No.
and go to Galatois fully ready to go. At what point did that game plan change? Into
I don't think
pedal
it-
to the metal.
I don't think it totally did
We
change.
didn't full throttle it.
You didn't. Didn't Lil lose his wallet?
Yeah.
I lost a few things. This
Okay, you
week. Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I wasn't the best at keeping things on my person somehow this weekend, but
Okay.
luckily for me, everything that I lost in Dave and Dylan's room.
Everything.
Okay.
He just kept ending up on my nightstand.
Yeah, I don't know why, and I don't know how. To be honest, I don't really remember spending that much time even in your room.
I could name one time that you were in our room.
But somehow I left my wallet one night in the room, and then my sunglasses the next night.
Not enough people are talking about the fact that we passed out Friday night after Galatoire's and rallied and stayed out until however late.
Last call.
And
No one saw that coming.
the craziest part about it, y'all passed out in a bed together, and we were like partying around y'all in Micah's room, and it wasn't like we were trying to bully y'all into going out. Like we were fine either way. It was like, all right, well, let him sleep, whatever. And y'all just got up on your own accord and just like joined. That was the most impressive thing.
We had to.
That's shocking.
We had no other choice.
It's well done.
I'm gonna go ahead and admit now. I don't know if the Micah's friends are gonna be listening to this, but Pierce and to anybody who bought me shots at Razoo's Thursday night, I didn't take any of them. I poured them on the ground.
Wow.
Dave wasted about $40 to $50 in people's shots this weekend by grabbing them and throwing them immediately on the ground.
I did not want to start the trip off with just going pedal to the metal, and I was gonna try to hit yoga with Micah.
Yeah, I did spit my Jello syringe into the trash can, which did
She's
not
got to
need.
chill, man.
I didn't realize that we were getting rid of those Jello syringes, so I just took mine.
This is all Thursday, correct?
Yeah.
This is
So
Thursday.
Thursday we went to Razoo's. I think it's a pretty popular bar on Bourbon, and we actually went to Pat O'Brien's first. Another probably the most well known.
But there were 7 people
There were
there.
7 people
yeah,
at
both
the bar.
places we went to were not.
Yeah, they were dead.
Not big places, which wasn't
Really?
the worst thing in the world for night one in New Orleans. So we ended up just kind of posting up at a table together, hanging out, and
So we sat out
Kind of
back.
getting to know each other.
We sat on the back patio at Razoo's. Inside, there was a dance floor scene that was mega aggressive, like
Interesting.
a total scene that we were way too early in the trip to even and too old to like even think about it. But we were watching them. We were watching them from afar.
yeah,
Was
The
the
people
bachelor
watching was
party
great.
at full strength? Was everybody there on Thursday
we were
night?
missing one person, I think.
Okay, that's enough to call it more or less full strength.
It was a pretty easy decision, I think, for us to shut it down on Thursday night.
We stayed out still kind of late, though.
Yeah, we did. I didn't realize. I didn't know. I guess I just didn't register this the first time I went to New Orleans that you can just bring a drink anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think I did do that, but I don't think I realized like how easy it is to just
Oh, yeah.
do whatever.
It's a free-for-all, man.
Did anybody do a hurricane?
No.
Yeah, not within this group.
Okay.
I have had a hurricane from Pat O'Brien's before, and it kind of ruined my stomach for that day, and so I think I've retired from the hurricane game when it comes to Pat O'Brien's.
You probably had as much sugar in that Sprite.
Yeah, yeah.
Dave, this one's for you. Friday morning,
Sure.
you went to yoga. Take me through that process.
So Mike had been hyping up this yoga thing, and I took it somewhat easy the night before, and I woke up and I felt pretty good. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put on these 10,000 workout shorts, built-in liner. You know what it is. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if Micah does, if he's gonna make it. I was like, there's no way, and I'm gonna end up coming back up to the room. I get down there, and there's the yoga instructor, one young lady who had just driven from Los Angeles to New Orleans, which
For
is
Micah's bachelor.
Why didn't you?
not
pick
for
us
the
up?
bachelor party. I don't know what she was doing, and then Michael walks in, and then the 3 of us did a yoga class outside, and it was pretty low. It wasn't hot yoga, although it was outside, and it wasn't like a serious. A lot of the positions were very easy. There was nothing that where I was like, oh no, I'm gonna lose it. There was never a moment where I thought I might blow chunks.
Can you explain that Micah was singing a song to himself the entire class?
So-
He's the
in a
piano
class
man?
of 3 people.
There's a class of 3 people. He's right next to me, and like we were doing like the the thing where you're on your back and you're kind of putting your windshield wiper with your knees, just kind of opening up the lower back. And Micah's like humming and singing a song to himself, but and I was like, is he? I didn't know if he was okay or not. And afterwards, he's like, yeah, dude, I think it was a Hall & Oates song. He's like, yeah, that's kind of my happy place.
Sarah's Smile is his happy place.
I don't know what it was, but he was singing it, and it was just like the yoga instructor. it was a lot. I was very impressed though.
Dylan or Will, was there any temptation to make that yoga class Friday morning?
I wanted to, but then I decided to keep on doing my thing and not go.
You're probably better for it.
Yeah. I knew I was never going to make it.
I've never done yoga before. I didn't want to do it for the first time hungover. You know?
Yeah. I've been having some balance issues if I get in weird positions, stretching or doing some other yoga stuff. So I thought it best that operating on a hangover in a hot New Orleans yoga class, I didn't know if it was the best idea.
Okay.
Major Vertigo vibes from your boy. And I'm not talking about the U2
I
album.
was going to say good album. Was the heat a factor? You mentioned the
No.
heat. Was the heat a factor at all during the weekend, and who did it get to?
No one.
Nobody.
Wow.
God shined down on us
was
on Friday and gave us the best possible weather we could have for a bunch of guys wearing
was
suits around New Orleans.
Strangely pleasant, like weirdly pleasant Friday afternoon.
Really?
We were walking down Bourbon Street at 4:00
In suits.
in suits, and we were like totally comfortable. Didn't make any sense.
The National Weather Service had issued their forecast, and there was actually a softball-sized pit stain watch for me, and
I
it
did
just
see
never happened.
The flood warning did come out.
Well, yeah, that was different.
I did think it was kind of funny that pretty much an hour after we arrived back in Austin yesterday, everyone's phone lit up with flood warning texts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's interesting.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Whose fit went the hardest?
Well, that was I wanted to ask you internally first, but when I don't want to offend any of y'all.
Whose
I will-
fit went
I
the
will not be
hardest?
offended.
When Dylan puts the camel coat on, it's game over. When Dylan puts the camel coat on, it's game over. You know this. Everybody knows this.
Do we not think that Dave's shirt underneath the camel coat might have had enough Armand vibes to get him a nod?
Of course, it's up there. It is up there. I'm just saying when everybody knows when Dylan puts the camel coat on, it's game over.
But Dylan was wearing his with Allbirds.
True.
No, look at you saw the heat on my feet, dog.
Are those the same ones people thought you were barefoot at the meetup with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're absolute flames.
So the fits all went. The
People
fits
keep
all
asking
absolutely
me like, who makes them, where are they from? They're Nisolo for the record.
went.
Okay.
Solo.
Nisolo.
No free ads, but
I'm driving Nisolo.
Let me say this: every fit murdered.
No, we felt good about
The
it.
fits
we
murdered.
felt good
so
about it.
well, let me take you.
We all put
from
on a show.
between 10 a.m. on Friday. You're kind of getting over the hangover, and 12:30. What went into your pregame with Galatois?
I had a great pregame for Galatois. I drank some liquid IV
Yep.
in the hotel room.
What was the playlist?
I was watching a very heady Grateful Dead documentary on the way to New Orleans.
I can confirm that's true.
It kind of got me in a mood to get wild. And so I just
Okay.
started blasting a live Dead album before we went out there as I cured my hangover. And I will say it worked out very, very well. It put me in a spot to get to Galatois and feel really good about it. And I have to say that I know we're going to get there. Galatois might have been my favorite restaurant experience I've ever been a part of.
It was an absolute movie.
Dave, you get into Galatois. You walk in the door. You're feeling good about yourself. What happens next?
So I really didn't know anything about Galatois going in. I walked in, and they're like, all right, Mr. Pesos, like, great to see you again. I was like, dude, I've literally never been here. Shout out Dr. Mark. We talking about our fits. Dr. Mark's fit was,
It's unconscious.
what was he doing?
He killed it.
He totally put us to shame.
Who's Dr. Mark again, just for the people listening?
Mark is a listener who, a longtime listener of ours.
First-time caller.
Yeah, and so he has forged a friendship with Micah. Like, it's not just like they communicate via online. Like, he and Micah will hang out if they're in the same city together.
It's because Micah was going to New Orleans like 2-ish years ago.
Yep.
And Mark reached out and basically helped him put together an itinerary. He's a New Orleans guy.
Yeah.
And
And
ladies,
they've just been like in communication ever since.
Got it. Okay.
he's got the most clout of any OBGYN in New Orleans.
He's awesome. He's my friend now. We're boys.
And he
That's huge.
indulged me with just some generic recent parent questions, and I thank him for that.
He indulged me hard.
Okay.
I actually accidentally texted Sally from Lafitte's with some information that I'd gotten out of him, and I
She's like, who the fuck are you with?
and I referred to him as an OMGYN, and Sally's like, yeah, I think you should go home.
So
OMG.
apologies for derailing on Dr. Mark.
It's okay.
Let's get back to Galatoir.
We get in there, and
It was
it's
the highlight
just
of the trip.
The vibe, like everything about it, the lighting, the atmosphere, the service was just
It's
top notch.
Very southern feeling.
You're in there
very.
for 5 hours or something.
I mean, I remember I looked at my watch and saw we were 2 hours in, and was like, and Micah has no intention to leave for the next 3 hours. So I was like, I don't know how we're
Yeah.
even going to do this.
What is the? I'll get to the food in a minute. I want to know when you're in for something like that. What is the drink situation?
We were drinking everything.
We drink everything.
We drank everything from
Milk
milk
punch,
punch to
Mimosas,
Micah
to
had
beers.
a martini at 11:45.
We did tequila shots at one point.
Oh,
I
actually did that one, yeah.
We did we did some.
The champagne was
We
heavy.
got a lot of champagne.
Big for Dylan.
Was Dylan in a mood where he ordered the champagne like?
I was flying.
I mean,
was-
bottles were just showing up at the table for the entirety of it. And
So-
then when we got the fried chicken at Galatoire's, they brought out a bucket of Miller Lights for the boys.
So Mark, he had been there many times.
Okay.
So we let him just kind of run with everything. He ordered all the food and the majority of the drinks as well. Like when we ordered the fried chicken, he asked that they also bring us out Miller Lights, which is an interesting move, but it was a perfect pair.
Sure. That the thing about Miller Lights was Will tweeted.
yeah, they have great taste, but they're also less filling, which
Right.
is nice.
That's what people forget.
So, is it one of those restaurants where the menu is kind of set for you, or is it you can kind of go with what your gut
For the
wants?
Friday lunch, you can just order stuff.
Okay.
But I think
It's not prefixed is what I'm trying
I had
to
a
get
buddy
at.
who went for dinner the next night, and it was a prefixed menu for
Got
their
it.
bachelor party. But they also had about 20 dudes with them, so it makes sense that they would do a prefixed
The
menu.
only thing that I think I did wrong, and maybe it was right, who knows, I found myself being worried that if I overate, like one of the early on, then I wouldn't, when the lamb chops or the chicken came out, I wouldn't be hungry. So I nibbled for the first,
Yeah.
and by the time we were done, I was very satisfied, but I was not full.
Yeah. Our dishes were spread out probably over a 3.5 hour span. So I just kind of kept getting hungry throughout the meal.
So you're saying you left Galatoir not full,
Right.
Not grotesque. I was expecting to be
satisfied.
grotesquely full.
right?
Satisfied.
And I
but
wasn't. I was
not,
satisfied.
miserably full, despite eating heavily breaded fried stuff, and
I got to be honest. I didn't have that on my bingo chart.
Yeah.
I thought, which probably sets you up better for Friday night because I think all of you were expected to go home and basically nap.
Yeah, which we
after
did.
this.
That's when the
Okay.
nap came in. Well,
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, if you are at all on the fence about ever doing this lunch, you need to get over that right now.
yeah, it's incredible.
It was so fun. It was such an awesome place. Service incredible, food incredible, drinks fun. Everything was great. Could not recommend doing it more if you have a trip to New Orleans in the future.
Did a seafood tower make an appearance?
No.
Dave, that's
No
on,
seafood
that's on
towers
you,
this week.
man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
No
I didn't want
lobster
to do
tail.
too much.
You weren't trying to be a hero?
No.
Okay. Best bite of food at Galatoir from the three of you.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, chicken. I love fried
Um,
chicken personally.
Those little fried plantain things at the beginning, it was just an appetizer, but they were fire.
Was that the one with the air in the
Yeah.
middle?
Oh, and they
Why
hit
was that so good?
They
No, it
hit
wasn't a
they-
plantain. It was bread.
There
What
was
it?
something that was just you
No,
bit into
I
it like
don't
it was an
know.
egg roll or
There were two
something,
things.
and there's nothing in it.
There was one that was deep fried squash that was
was
really
egg-
good, and then
eggplant.
there was another
The
one.
DFS.
Eggplant.
It was eggplant.
Yeah.
And then the other one was,
He called it DFS.
Deep fried squash.
No one.
but then they also had these little tiny thinly sliced pieces of potato.
That's right.
And they
it
were
was potato,
served
not
with
plantain.
hollandaise sauce. And I don't know if you guys know this about your boy. I love hollandaise sauce. I'll drink it if I could. It would be so nice.
They used to call you Eggs Billy
was
back in
good.
college, right?
Yeah. No one did that.
Then after that, we were chilling at the Hollandaise Inn.
We did go back. We did get a noise complaint at the after party of Galatoire's at our
At
hotel.
Galatoire?
No, at our
Okay.
hotel room.
Well,
People were calling us the bad boys of bourbon.
on the way back from Galatoire,
Why are you gonna gloss right over that? That was sick.
well, I'm kind of asking about it. Did anybody get any compliments on the fits? And two, did anybody mistake Dave for Armand at that point?
Did you get any Armand call-outs?
Yeah, a number of people were requesting to have their ass eaten.
You declined, obviously.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm here on a bachelor party. I'm not trying to eat ass on this trip.
Yeah, that's big of you.
No, they were. It was pretty crazy. People were coming up to me like, dude, it's crazy to see or the original Bourbon fan on Bourbon Street. Like, you know, like it's like, man, I didn't even think about that. But like, as a guy who's like been in the bourbon game for so long, that was wild.
The fact that we didn't get they had every year of Pappy on the menu at Galatoire's.
That was a miss on our part.
And we might have
didn't get it.
Things might have gotten away from us to the point where we kind of forgot that we thought about doing it. But I was gonna start a separate tab and get one for Micah and see if anybody else in the immediate friendship squad was gonna partake in
You know,
it.
Pierce would have done it.
Yeah, he probably would have just done it. He probably would have bought a bottle and just had it at a table chilling.
Yeah.
Were they 1 ounce pours
Not sure.
for like 150?
The pours ranged anywhere from 45 to 140. I was going to go with the 45 if Micah was going to do it, but I didn't have to worry about it. I never crossed that bridge.
And to be clear, they didn't have Jolt on the menu to mix it with.
Yeah.
Right. So Friday afternoon, you're all feeling pretty good at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There was a tweet that was sent.
Oh, no.
Quote, Dylan has a tattoo appointment at 4:30.
I don't. Who sent that?
What
I
happened?
did.
What happened here?
We had an elaborate plan to trick our significant others into
Yeah.
thinking that we got tattoos. And so
We're really cool.
Our plan was to put the feeler out
This
that we
is
were
how
going
we
to get a
have fun.
tattoo. And then I was going to go to a CVS or something and buy some tape and maybe some saran wrap and then actually put like covers on ourselves so it looked like we had healing tattoos.
I mean,
This screams that this was very funny while you were making this
It
plan
was.
at Galatoire,
Yes.
and then looking back on it, it's like,
Logistically, like it would.
it was never going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls did not buy it
Yeah.
at all.
okay.
But then my friend who was also staying there was actually staying at an Airbnb above a tattoo parlor. And so I got a text from his wife the next morning asking what he was up to because he was just at a tattoo parlor for the entirety of the morning. And I was like, oh no. I didn't know if he was getting a tattoo or not because I know that there are ambitions there. I probably would have gotten one on Friday. And it would have said
Honestly,
Galatoire's.
I still have the tattoo bug in my head. Driving into work this morning, I was thinking like, man, I kind of want to get one.
You've been talking about this for a while. Just do it, dog.
Yeah. Let's go.
Just get what's the fleur de lis,
Yeah.
the New Orleans thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought y'all were going to come back with tattoos. I'm just going to say
I
that
was
right
hoping
now.
we would. We
Uh,
didn't.
Friday, so you get back to the hotel, do a little nap, do a little regroup. You change, I would imagine.
Is y'all's timeline right? Did we not just go from Galatoire to Lafitte's?
We did.
We did.
We
Wow.
went there
Oh.
for a little bit, and then we went back
In
to
our
the hotel.
yeah.
We stopped at a bar on the way to Lafitte's. Too.
Yeah.
Absinthe.
I think I might have
Absinthe.
accidentally put $100 worth of drinks on the company card.
Really?
Yeah. I was reviewing,
Better than $71 worth of pizza.
I was reviewing some purchases, and I'm worried.
Is
I'm
it?
worried that my card was taken out at that bar.
Okay. That's
Sorry.
all right. That's all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll just mark it up to the game or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever they say.
Okay, so I didn't have this on my
Whatever
big.
they say.
I thought y'all were going to be toast after
No,
Friday
so-
because you did put the squad had said that Friday night is up in the air.
The
Well,
thing
so-
about us is that we party. People forget.
So Friday,
Party John.
we went to Lafitte's, and then we went home. Dylan and I took a little nap together, and then
Was that when the picture came out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that night we didn't really do much that night besides go down to the hotel bar and just kind of put down roots there.
Really?
I owe someone $100, and it's nobody that was on our trip, but somebody. I boldly claimed if they could get the DJ to play Return of the Mac, I'd pay $100. And to this person's credit, it happened.
Yeah.
We absolutely cut a rug that night.
Yeah.
At
That's
the
the
hotel
only night.
bar.
Yeah.
We absolutely cut a rug.
Well, it was empty. It was objectively empty.
Yeah, there was nobody there. It
And
was
so
great.
It was basically dancing with Will
okay,
and
we
Dead.
can own the situation. Like, I wasn't looking to go crazy, so I was like, you know what? Maybe it's best that we're just in an empty hotel bar right now.
I hit
Dancing.
moves that I didn't know I had.
Really?
Yeah,
At the hotel bar.
yeah. It was an absolute like major motion picture.
Major.
Yes.
Like Spyglass.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. So Friday night you kind of kept it low key.
Mhm.
Did anybody go into Saturday doing yoga again? Was Saturday finally kind of the brakes are on a little bit?
No.
Saturday was a tough wake up.
We woke up and started drinking at the bar downstairs.
Yeah, we woke up
Okay,
and grabbed
good.
some drinks, and then we went to Damalisi's. Is that how you say it? It's a very famous po' boy spot, pretty far away from our hotel, honestly. But that place delivered. That place had character.
It was okay.
I thought the po' boy was fine, but then I was told after the fact by our good backer friend that pretty much all fried shrimp po' boys are the same. So why would you do that in the first place? And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Breaded fried shrimp mostly.
Yeah. But it was good.
Were y'all aware it was the red dress run weekend?
We
figured
learned
it
that
out
quickly.
We figured it out. Yeah.
Well, they canceled it,
But
but everyone still did it.
they still mobbed.
They still mobbed in red dresses. Dylan's been in a dress before.
I have. Yeah. You were there.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay. By Saturday, what are the Micah vibes at this point? Did the gloves come off?
He was good.
Micah was on one.
He was good.
I mean, he was really feeling it.
Feeling
Johnny
himself.
Dallas. Oh, Cole Campbell shout out. I don't know if you
Yes.
saw
Yeah,
that.
we did purchase a Cole Campbell shout out.
I did.
At
We-
Galtois.
Yeah. Will was messaging Cole Campbell from Galatoire's.
I could see the messages.
so
the
funny.
DMs were popping up on my Apple Watch while I was recording mail-in, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like watching this in real time happen, knowing what's going on, trying to focus on recording a podcast.
The conversation itself is like content.
It is. You release.
Maybe we'll
incredible.
release a transcript. At
It's
some point.
incredible.
So Saturdays are obviously Poe the boys.
They are Pota boys.
It was well done on your parts.
Yeah, I came up with that. No big deal.
Sure. Dave,
That was really impressive.
Was Saturday the day you went Luka Doncic?
Yeah, I didn't really know. I didn't know how to dress, and I was like, well, I want to wear this shirt, and like I knew we weren't gonna like go anywhere nice. So I was like, I'll just wear these athletic shorts and this warm-up tee, and I did.
You look comfortable.
I was so comfortable.
Everybody looked comfortable on Saturday. Everybody,
Saturday was the only time where there was a moment we were standing outside of Lafitte's waiting for somebody to get their debit card that they left the night before. And it was like there was a moment where the sun was beating down on Bourbon. I was like, oh, this is, yeah.
That's a Chase
We-
Rice song, right?
Yes.
Beating down on bourbon.
Beating something. No.
Right. Saturday afternoon comes. The squad's feeling good. Saturday night. Where'd we go on the odometer? How many miles did we put up?
Cochon?
We went to a restaurant called Cochon. I think there are the people in this room better served to speak about dinner at Cochon than me.
Oh, yeah. Somebody ordered a teeny a little early in the night.
Was that Will
I'm not,
DeFreeze?
I'm not going to, I don't want to call him out.
Okay.
Somebody ordered a teeny like right when they sat down, and
It was the knockout blow. He'd been taking jabs all day, and then he just caught a
But
right cross.
the-
with
Yeah.
the
I
cool
was eating
thing-
punches all day.
if you were to Mike Tyson's punch out, Will got the
he got
I
he
caught the
got
smoke.
Tysoned.
I caught the
he
smoke.
got Tyson.
Yeah.
But got to give a shout out to the waiter who just kept filling your glass with red wine as if you were going to
Yeah.
somehow rally, when it was very clear to anyone at the table or anyone in the restaurant you weren't coming back.
No,
No, dude, the waiter had faith though.
he was like slumped over, eyes closed.
I guess maybe he heard about y'all's rally on
on
Fri-
the night
It's
before.
like,
the night before,
this,
he's like,
this dude
dude,
might come back.
Yeah,
he's
knows.
got it in him.
He know.
Would you say that this performance by Will was the lights on, nobody's home weekend at Bernie's Player of the Game performance?
I mean, I hate to do it to him, but I have to. I have no choice.
I'll say this. I remember going home.
Well, Dylan was nice enough to hop in an Uber.
Well,
with me.
Will passing out at dinner was the perfect excuse for me to head back to the hotel.
You didn't seem bummed that we were going
No,
back.
I was ready to call it. I'm glad that I had a reason to, so I took
What
you back.
time
Yeah,
is
you
this?
didn't seem bummed. 11?
11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So late dinner.
Late dinner.
We had a late dinner.
This isn't 6 o'clock. This is
No,
not
no,
No,
very
this was
soon.
late. This
Okay.
was late.
We had a full day.
Will
well
also went in halfsies with Micah on the pig head.
Yeah, we made a mistake.
Which
I
was
saw a
truly
picture of
disgusting.
that. I
It
saw
was
we
that.
made a
absolutely
mistake.
revolting.
Yeah.
And Micah got pig juice all over me.
Well, the reason I thought it would be fun to order the pig head was because it was like their big thing on the menu. And Micah likes to order very interesting like things on menus, especially if they're local or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'll go in on this with Micah. Let's have some fun. And then it didn't look great.
It was, you had to cut through like 4 inches of thick lard to get to meat. It was just gross.
Yeah. Yeah, not great.
Look, the restaurant itself was fine, don't get me wrong, but this particular dish was revolting.
Well, Dave.
Y'all
kept-
were all dipping your forks into it, and I was just,
I
it was
tried it.
bad.
Okay.
Stop. I want
Dave-
I'm gonna throw up.
Dave kept the night going Saturday. Where'd you end up, Dave?
So we left. We went back to the hotel, and we did the hotel bar, and
It sounds like this hotel bar is potentially the most underrated player of the week.
Oh,
it's
no,
a great,
listen.
it's a beautiful hotel.
First of all, the hotel is sick.
the service is insanely good.
They had-
Everyone is so nice.
There were 2 bars in the hotel. on the first floor. There was a coffee shop adjacent to one of the bars. Then there was this little like a club, I guess, but it wasn't a bar in the club. Just this room where people just got loose.
The
And
night
the
we got there,
DJ
there was a swing band.
Yeah, there was a band the first night, and they were incredible. Then the DJ was playing Return of the Mac, as we said. It was a movie.
Yeah, I made it about 20 minutes. Went upstairs. Dylan, like, lights out. Dylan was already in bed. And I was like, yeah, you know what? That looks like a good idea.
You throttled down.
Yeah, about 12,
It was
12:30.
time.
Yeah.
Time to call it.
And I genuinely don't know how long people upstairs made it. But
It's well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
It was legit one of the most fun weekends I've ever had. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel very good about it. I feel good, very good about it.
Friday in particular was like flirting with GOAT status.
We had a lot of things that could have gone wrong, and everything seemed to work out at the end of the day. Like the amount of things lost from me, all recovered.
Good.
Didn't smoke a single cigarette.
Congratulations. My mom will be very happy to hear that.
Didn't go to a strip club.
Catch those no's, people.
Didn't wager a single dollar.
That seems boring. I mean,
Yeah.
We did the trifecta of things that we should have done. Like
We just didn't do 'em.
do them.
So I'm
for
holding
us.
my head high today.
Did Sunday get loose for anybody?
No. Micah did have one Budweiser in the airport.
Was
and
he
a
duct
tequila.
taped?
Oh, and Micah also bought a
canned
tequila.
tequila.
And
a
half
can
of
of
a-
tequila at Shake Shack.
And half a gummy.
Bad boy shit.
Goodness.
Like he was starting to rip.
All right, let me
Sunday
go.
morning.
Ready for the lightning round?
Yep.
Dylan, I need your MVP, your LVP, and your best bite of food of the weekend.
Well, the LVP is quite clear, and I
Uh-oh.
even called it. I even said it to his face. He was LVP.
Oh, no.
Micah's friend, Coach Bobby.
Oh.
He got there a day late, which fine. I think he had a conflict. That's fine. But he's also the only single dude in the group. Gets there late, and then the next day, his first full day, he sleeps until like 4 o'clock,
Oh.
and just misses so much fun. I'm like, dude, you got to get your shit together.
Wait, did he miss Galatois?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't there yet.
Oh.
And so he just a bad performance from him.
Come
I was
on,
disappointed.
Coach.
I called him out. MVP was probably Pierce.
Yeah.
Which is a guy you don't know,
Nope.
but he's Micah's buddy.
He's has an inexplicably Texas accent.
Texas accent, just very kind, very generous. He was just buying everybody drinks. He was so much fun. He was along for all of it.
He was deleting
Great
drinks the first
attitude.
night at a clip that I've never seen.
Yeah, he was
Really?
But never
No.
didn't
Would he-
stand still.
You could- yeah.
Zillion
Like-
beers guy level?
Yeah, like he did it.
We got to Razoo's, and I bought like vodka sodas for everybody. Bring them back. I'm halfway through mine. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go back. You might need another vodka soda." And it was like 3 minutes later.
No, he
Also-
he stood still the entire time.
Also,
Never seen it.
also receiving votes for MVP. I think Dave put on a pretty good performance while we were there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Davey does.
Yeah.
He shines under pressure.
And
then I
he
need
was
your-
holding his own.
Your best bite of food, not necessarily best meal, best bite.
Best bite of food. Oh gosh. Probably. Oh gosh, this is tough. I mentioned those potato things with the hollandaise sauce
Potato
earlier.
thing for the hollandaise. Okay.
We didn't get any
Maybe
spinach
that.
salad, unfortunately.
No spinach
Right.
salad.
Not at the hotel.
I don't think I had a vegetable all weekend. Actually, now that you mention it.
That'll happen. Will.
I have no edits from Dylan's MVPs or LVPs.
Really?
But I will say, I think my favorite thing that we had was at the hotel bar Saturday morning. We ordered some boudin balls,
Ooh.
and they were
Good call.
incredible.
Good
they
call.
were so good. I only had one. I think I only had one or two of them, but it was one of those things where like I had enough. I had at least had more than everybody else that was there, but there was one sitting there left, and it was like, how can I get my hands on this final one, even though I've done it? And that was it for me.
Yeah, they were very, very.
Did anybody
good.
impersonate Coach O while they were there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Micah.
Oh yeah,
did.
he was.
Micah just screamed enough to the point where his voice just
Yeah.
became Coach
He
O's.
sounded horrible that
He-
last dinner.
He leaned into it.
Yeah.
Will, since you didn't have an MVP or LVP, was there an underrated player of the week or move of the week?
Mark might
Yeah.
have been the MVP. If Mark was there for more than just that one day, he was probably going to at some point put his name in the running for MVP.
Mark was he was a real one.
Dave Ruff, MVP, LVP, best bite of food.
Can I give an underrated player?
Yeah, no, give me your your rising star.
Backer Ryan.
Yes, Backer Ryan deserves a shout.
We
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Did we not even mention that we went to
Oh,
a
yeah, we
brewery
forgot
on,
that.
on Saturday?
Big
Yeah, we
ups
went-
to Ryan.
We did. We hit fuck, what's it called?
Urban South.
Urban South,
South.
Give us a tour of the brewery.
Really?
We got a tour, and it's
Bought us some
quite
beers.
impressive. Quite impressive.
Talked a little shop. It was great.
The more I hear about Saturday, the more Will's dinner is starting to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
They were feeding us lager.
MVP, Dave.
Micah. I know that's an easy pick,
He's chalk.
but I mean, there was a point where before I went to bed Saturday night, he was standing up on like the very expensive, nice-looking leather couch at the bar with his shirt completely unbuttoned, and I believe he fell off at one point. They asked him to like not stand on the furniture, so I was like, well, that's
Best bite of food?
Ooh, maybe the Ace Hotel pizza that we had when we got in.
Pretty good.
Because we were all like
Wow.
extraordinary. We needed food, and Will and I were like, well, we're not going to go to dinner. So we're like, I guess we'll order off this bar menu, and the pizza was exceptional. But, mate, the fried chicken, it's the fried chicken or the za.
Okay.
It was all great.
Did anybody have a last question here? Sounds like an unbelievable week, and I'm very jealous. I want to go to New Orleans. Did anybody have a move that they made last night, being Sunday night, that was well done in their opinion as a recovery move? Anything notable? Did anybody get on the grill? Did anybody get a beer in, a margarita
I
perhaps?
had a single margarita at Matt's along with some beef enchiladas, and it was exactly what I needed.
Hit the
This
spot.
was not for dinner. This was a lunch. This was about 12:30.
Okay. Wow, you rolled right into it.
I don't know if
Yeah.
we're doing a read for them today, but Liquid IV
Yeah.
was a big player.
Shouts
at
to Liquid IV.
Good.
Shouts
the
to
Rough
Liquid IV.
household.
Well done from all of you this weekend.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
shutting
you.
it down for a while now.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Till my 2-year anniversary dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We got Matt's this week.
Yeah, we do have Matt's on Thursday, dog.
Oh yeah.
I'll have a drink of Matt's.
You know what we could all use right now? We could probably use a couple workouts from our friends over at FitBod.
Oh, God.
Gosh.
I was on a nice little workout streak for a little bit here, and this trip derailed me. And I will say, I think I need some FitBod in my life this week. Do not get stuck doing the same workouts. Making progress towards the future you means overcoming new challenges, and FitBod creates a fitness program that continually adapts with new exercises and dynamic intensity that adjust to how you're progressing, so you'll be challenged to meet your goals at your own pace. There's no perfect body that everyone can achieve, but what we can do is continually become better versions of ourselves, because no workout is one size fits all, and FitBod creates a fitness program that continually adapts to you so you can stay challenged with new exercises, pacing, and intensity based on where you are and where you want to be. Dylan, can you take us through your FitBod routine
I'm
right
pulling
now?
it up right now. Yeah, give me a sec here. Ooh, it's generating my workout.
So what?
currently.
So what this does is that it understands that the path to achieving your best looks different for everybody.
Yes.
It creates a program based on unique body experience and environment, and their algorithm uses data and analytics to help you build on your last workout. Dylan, what are you doing out here?
Okay, so today, I got a tough one in store for me. I'm doing bicycle crunch, 4 sets, back extensions, 4 sets, lat pull down, 5 sets, dumbbell fly, 3 sets, and dumbbell row, 3 sets.
Do they have like a New Orleans setting where like you say that, hey, by the way, I've been in New Orleans for the past few days.
Yeah, it says go sit in the sauna for 20 minutes, sweat it out.
Yeah, I was hoping.
Sweat out Bourbon
I was
Street.
hoping if I pulled mine up, it would say steam room or something.
Well, even if you have no equipment, you have no worries, because FitBod has body weight routines for those looking to get fit at home or on the go. I did have some ambitions of maybe doing 1 or 2 of those in New Orleans. Didn't end up doing it, but
Yeah.
that's okay. I'm going to hit it hard today. FitBod's super easy to use. It even has HD video tutorials, making learning new exercises a breeze. It integrates with other fitness and health apps like Apple Health, Fitbit, Strava. And personalized training can be tough on a budget, but FitBod's only $9.99 a month or $59.99 a year. I mean, that's a deal. You're getting just handed workouts. Pick up the pace on your fitness journey with FitBod today, and your future self will thank you. Get 25% off your membership at fitbod.me/steam. That's 25% off at fitbod.me/steam. So while we were gone, something hit the TL that I don't think any of us were aware of at the time.
Dylan, did you know it was Rush?
Why would I know?
Didn't you normally skip to go dove hunting?
Yeah, still got a bid.
The guy just no-showed Rush.
Yeah,
Apparently Bama TikTok is taking over.
I'm going pie.
Yeah. So Brett brought this to our attention. Brett, can you give a bird's eye view of what's happening with Bama TikTok?
Yeah, of course. So here's the deal about Bama Rush TikTok. It's basically just the girls going through Rush. They post what they're wearing on the days, aka like Philanthropy Round, Sisterhood Day, Pref Day, Bid Day, all the days. And they say where everything's from. OOTD, outfit of the day.
Outfit
right?
of the day, yeah.
And then
Voted.
the houses just post their door stacks and like chants and dances and whatnot in a way to market themselves, right? So this is my explanation. It's basically what everyone's done during Rush forever, but it's now on TikTok, right? And everybody is super invested in where these girls ended up because they've been seeing them post their
It's so
outfit of the
ridiculous.
days and outfits all week. And people were also super mad because of the girl that had gained a following during all this, aka at What Would Jimmy Buffett Do? Great at, got dropped from every house.
Yeah, because she posted a drunk video I saw, and
Yeah.
it wasn't even that bad.
Wasn't even that bad.
Oh,
No.
she smacked her booty and
She
then
got
she's getting
absolutely
dropped.
wrong. She didn't like. It wasn't a bad video at all.
Where I
that's
went
wrong-
to school, that would get you a bid.
If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yeah. No, she was getting a lot of support from other people on TikTok as I did my research this morning. So I feel bad for her, but at the same time, hey, you don't want to be friends with those people that don't want you because you smack
Yeah,
booty.
get
when you're
out of
drunk.
here. Imagine not smacking your booty when you're drunk. I can't.
Like, what do you do?
I don't know.
The accents are something I've never heard.
The accents are incredible.
They're the thickest accents I've ever heard.
Well, my entire outfit is
High
from
five.
Fast Forward. My shirt is Korn, Life is Peachy album. Jeans are Jinko, and the shoes are Etnies. that was actually my first day of 9th grade outfit.
That's
Can we,
sick.
can we just break down all of our fits on Instagram today, just doing the Bama accent?
It would do numbers.
Shoes are Steve Madden. Steve Madden apparently a big player.
Yeah, apparently the two people that are coming out of this squeaky clean are Kendra Scott and Steve Madden. I think Kendra Scott actually ended up doing something to like promote them getting more, but everyone's wearing Kendra Scott jewelry at this Bama Rush stuff. They got a live reaction video
Didn't
of
you
Kendra
like
Scott.
know
I think
Kendra Scott back in the day or
Tom
something?
Herman did.
No, we were. What?
Zoe? Chevy? Scoop?
No, I don't know. They're Austin based, and she was at. We used to go to the 50. What is it? 40 for 40, whatever it's called. Thing.
Yeah.
She was always there too.
I don't know. I only got invited to one of those.
Kendra Scott was at those?
Yeah.
I feel like that's. Never mind.
This was 2012, 13 ish.
Oh, okay.
I'll say. I think she's too big to be there.
Yeah, well, this is like I said, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
The fact that Bama is the school to have this get like taken off.
100%.
And I'm
Yeah.
kind of glad it has. I feel like I'm
Dude.
going to spend the day just watching ridiculous TikToks.
You
now.
know what the biggest miss in this whole thing is? That we have not gotten a video from JT Bowtie
Yeah.
breaking down this. Because if you don't know JT Bowtie, I don't know what to tell you. You weren't on the internet, I guess, 12 years ago or whenever that
Brett
was.
is way too young for JT Bowtie.
No
Do
clue.
you remember JT
I
Bowtie?
legit have no idea who JT
The most
Bowtie is.
electric-
That's what makes no sense to me.
You'd know him if you saw him. He would do these videos, these Alabama videos, just like original vlog. Google him and look up his. Maybe Randy can pull up a photo. You'll know him when you see him. He has the most absurd blonde Cobra Kai swoop, and he would just talk shit like about other SEC teams that like Bama was playing. And it got to the point where he's getting like death threats from like Mississippi State. So and like he would go
went
to
the
games
Grove and like almost got like I think he had to have a police escort around the Grove because he got so big about talking shit to the other teams that like people were ready to fight him on the spot, and
Oh
he was
my God.
insufferable. Absolutely,
He was
insufferable
he
guy.
was the perfect troll, like precursor to like modern sports media. Like the fact that he never got picked up by some outlet.
Well, so he kind of did. He ended up getting picked up by like some reality TV show, some like Southern reality TV show that never actually got famous. But because of his work on as JT Bowtie, that's where it went. This is that might be the oldest internet thing that I remember from like that wasn't on E-Bomb's World.
Yeah,
It's a
it was,
great troll.
It was right after Chocolate Rain dropped.
God, we're old.
Nobody knows where JT Bowtie is, man.
I have a question.
I think he got a legit job and is like, wait, look, there he is.
There he is.
There
That's our
he
guy.
is.
That's our guy right there.
Yeah, he looks like the dude from Karate Kid.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. So is Rush over?
That's a great question.
'Cause
I think it depends on the school.
But have these girls have the Bama girls gotten bids yet?
I think we have to go on TikTok and find out. I'm not sure.
Because I kind of invested.
As Dylan, as you're the Rush coordinator,
Well, no.
at one point,
They're calling him RC Cola.
is Rush getting lazy? They can just swipe through TikToks now instead of actually getting to know these people.
Sometimes you gotta just work more efficiently instead of harder. You know?
They're
Dude,
smart now.
Was
huh?
it
Yeah.
the
fun
dumbest
picking out
thing.
guys?
What?
Was it fun like going through the guys and stuff, or was it kind of a beating at the end of it?
It was a beating.
Like going through
Dude.
the PowerPoint?
The worst part of it was when we would bring Rashiz in like to the final round, like have him do interviews on camera, and then we would watch them like the next night or like later on. And the interviews were so bad. These poor kids are like in like a room with like, 4 dudes, like Stribby's over there cutting up, and like they're asking you questions, and like you can't tell, like you don't know if they're serious or not, and like you feel like some of the guys they just kept around as a bit, and it's just I don't know. This seems way more efficient.
Bid drop night was an absolute beating.
It was so long. People got in fights about it.
We had to have like 100% vote to get people through, and so like we have like I think it was 4 different rounds. So the first round, like the voting would come through, and one person voted no. They're like, okay, who voted no for this kid? Like,
Dude,
someone would be like, I did. Like, all right, well,
I did.
it's
like, what don't you like about this kid? Oh, he's a douchebag. Like, well, did you talk to him? He goes, no.
It's
Love
the
that.
same
All right,
thing
cool.
as
Love
like
that.
Hall of Fame voters, where it's like, he'll probably get in, but he's not first rounder.
Yeah.
You're just making this night go like an hour longer.
Filibustering.
It was
down
a
the-
5-hour process.
He's fine, but he should not be a first round bib
Is it
for
true?
no reason.
Isn't it true that you tried to blackball Dave, but then everyone convinced you not to?
Yeah. I said he had Major Chotch vibes.
I get it.
Yeah.
Was
I mean,
Chotch
look at
even a
him.
word back then?
I think so.
Chotch bag.
He was a Chotch.
Shout out to intern Evan.
Major shouts.
Yeah, nobody knows what's going to happen with Bama sorority TikTok here.
I'm excited to dive in today and see what we can find out.
Other than it, inevitably schools will copy this.
Yeah.
And girls are going to be doing this all over the place.
Oh, if Bama does one thing when it comes to sorority rush, I think they set the trend. They seem like the benchmark school.
Now there is going to be blowback about Jimmy Buffett. What would Jimmy Buffett do?
Yeah,
She didn't get a bit
there
from
should be.
anybody.
There should be.
She got
blowback.
blackballed.
Yeah,
That's
good.
not cool, man.
No.
That always makes me really sad.
Putting out content. She's going to be.
She's
She's
not
going
gonna
to
get
be
a
fine
bid.
though. She's going to be fine. She doesn't even need that.
Didn't she get like sponsorships or something? Wasn't she?
If she didn't, she will. She's on fire.
This is what could get me into TikTok.
Bama rush.
Not just because it's college chicks, not that at all, but just because it's really good content.
It's hilarious to me that this has become such a polarizing thing between people. Like, I just love that something that means so little is what's taking TikTok by storm.
I do miss the door stack videos. Those
Yeah.
were always so uncomfortable and so
Yeah.
entertaining.
The memes that came out of the door stack videos are all time.
Oh yeah, the one in particular went absolutely crazy.
That one still.
It was
one of the,
it was horrifying.
It still stresses me out thinking about it.
Yeah.
I asked Caroline how door stacks work. I thought there was like risers involved. Maybe no. It's just they're standing on each
You
other
got to be very tired by the end of it.
Yeah.
Glutes are just screaming.
and yelling. I don't know.
Seems
more
unnecessary.
To come. More to come. Keep an eye out on Bama Rush TikTok. I will report back.
I actually have a message for everyone out there who
Sure.
might be heading back to school soon. You've probably got to spend a lot more time writing than you did this summer.
Wow.
That's for sure.
Wow.
But with Grammarly's digital writing assistant, you won't have to spend time editing, and that's a beautiful thing.
Oh.
Grammarly saves you time on your assignments, and you can spend more time making memories. Grammarly provides advanced suggestions for clarity and tone improvement so you can finish your classwork faster than ever. Grammarly is an all-in-one writing tool that improves your productivity and saves you time when you have multiple assignments to complete. I've been a long-time Grammarly user to the point where like I was ground floor with them, and now that I've seen all the new features that they've rolled out, it's completely blew my mind. It told me one week that I actually was in a particularly bad mood that week, and it said that the emails that I'd written that week were a little snappy.
You'll send off a sassy email on me.
I like a sassy email every once in a
Every
while.
now and then that tone gets a little sass for Dave.
Yeah, and now that I know I can scale it back a little bit using Grammarly, I'm doing so. With Grammarly, improving your writing is easy. It works like a virtual proofreader with intelligent suggestions to improve anything you write, from 1,000-word episodes to 100-character tweets. Beyond fixing spelling and grammar, they can even offer clarity and tone suggestions so you can say it with style without having to stay up all night. It's an AI-powered writing assistant, so you're safe from embarrassing spelling, gramming, and punctuation mistakes. Dylan's the punctuation guy over here.
Yeah.
You don't let things slide.
No. I'm no. Big on punctuation, big on grammar, big on all of it. And I'm very judgy when I read other people's writing. Very judgy. I don't want to be this way. I am. So Grammarly can help out a lot of folks, especially those trying to enter into the workforce and that kind of stuff.
Or those trying to get bids at Bama.
Or trying to get a bid at Bama.
Sometimes it corrects what I'm doing, and I'm like, that can't be right. And then I Google it, and I'm like, I just learned a new grammar rule. I'm
Yeah.
34.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing.
Shout out to Diction.
It's great. Grammarly's browser extension. You can write faster and more effectively across the web. Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Microsoft Edge.
Integrates seamlessly.
It even works in Google Docs and offers add-ins for Microsoft Word and Outlook. I use it in Google Docs every day. Every day.
Dude, catch me in docs.
This semester, Save time on your assignments and essays with Grammarly. Sign up for free at grammarly.com/steam. That's GRAMMARLY.com/steam. We got any White Lotus takes floating around the stew right now?
Guys, there's gonna be spoilers. I'm gonna give it to you straight right now.
If you haven't watched last night's episode, turn off the episode now.
R.I.P. to one of my favorite characters in recent
Hold
television
on.
history.
Let's give them 5 seconds right now to turn off the episode if you don't want White Lotus spoilers
Or Brett's breaking news.
or breathbreaking news.
Come back for the breaking news.
Okay, mash that forward button.
R.I.P. to one of the GOAT characters in recent memory.
He is my favorite television character since NoHo Hank came on the scene.
Yeah.
He is not my favorite over NoHo Hank, but he is my favorite person since NoHo Hank. And we are talking about Armand.
I
absolutely would pay money for a prequel.
Yes.
And it is the story of Armand, the just drug abusing, ass eating, mustache having SOB. That is, I go in between like, okay, is this a good dude? Like, he's just the perfect blend of like total shithead, but like you're rooting for him, but you don't really know. You're kind of like, okay, he's in the wrong in a lot of these scenarios,
and
but
he like intentional, like he does things that he knows are going to come back and bite him eventually. Like setting up the Sunset Cruise with a dinner alongside like a memorial, basically, and an ash spreading. What are you doing, dog?
He gives the wrong phone number.
The ass spreading
Wrong
was
phone
later.
number.
He literally pooped in a suitcase last night.
He ate his subordinate's ass in his office.
Yeah.
But for some
did.
reason, Armand is just that
But he's so amazing.
the perfect train wreck for a television show.
I need to see him in like his like entry level hotel gig, where like
Yeah.
it just starts spiraling.
The scene. Go ahead.
No,
The scene last night when he knew that he was fucked and he was gonna get fired and he decided to go do drugs. The immediate scene following that when he left the office and he was like just totally coked out and he was just flying high. He was like almost like finger pointing people and he was just on his game and put together the perfect seating performance at dinner. He absolutely crushed it.
Gassed after it.
He was just flying around, he could do nothing wrong. And then he went in his office and he was talking to those guys. He's like, basically, he's like, guys, I just fucking crushed it. I did the damn
Here's
thing.
what I don't get. There has been some hate on the timeline for the show, and I don't really get it. I don't think Brett likes it.
Well, I think it's
The storyline is not like
there's not a
incredible.
story. It's the acting, the visual, the cinematography is unbelievable.
It's completely character
That's
driven.
the reason I liked it, though. The reason I liked it was because it was so random and sporadic. I never knew what was next, and that's why I enjoyed it.
And it's sort of this like indictment on the white exploitation of an island culture, right? Is like sort of the undertone throughout the whole thing, and the overtone is who's gonna die, right? That's what the show is. And the last episode is just setup after setup, being like, is it gonna be the dude who can't stop coughing? Is it gonna be Rachel?
Greg?
Yeah.
Dude, Greg's a sneaky underrated character.
Is it gonna be Armand? Is it gonna be Kai or
What?
Paula? Like, who is gonna die? And that's the overtone. I think that's just such a
Dude,
if the first scene didn't exist, and I know that the whole show is predicated on that first scene of the series, but
Yeah.
no one is doing spin turns in the resort pool. Greg was just getting laps in.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Like heavy, I mean, just setting records.
I don't normally call my shot. I'm not normally very good at predicting television shows, but after thinking about it when I was talking to Sally yesterday about who we thought was going to die last night, I pretty much explained to her exactly how it went. And I could not have been happier with my performance there. And seeing it all come to fruition, I told her, I was like, we're going to see one of the greatest characters we've seen in television for a decent amount of time, and we're going to see him fly directly into the sun.
In the scene where he died, there was a brilliant little like when Shane heard a noise from the bathroom, went and grabbed his knife, and he was like creeping around. They both like did one of these at the same time. Like they turned their heads, and they were peeking around like the little divider there at the same time. It was like so hilarious to me how they set that shot up.
Shane going through his room thinking about what he could use in order to fight an intruder for some reason was just killing me. When he picked up a little tiny statue and was just showing how he was going to stab.
Shane was a great character.
He wasn't likable, like he was a terrible dude, but like overall he was the perfect character to be the foe of our man Armand.
By the way, immediately after killing someone with a knife, and we assume he came clean and explained what happened. He was just set free. Like, there's
Yeah.
no investigation. They're going to hold this
Yeah,
guy
I
in
feel
the
like
cell
he
for a
would be
little
there
bit.
a little bit.
I think that's part of the undertone where it's like white dude can get away with it type of thing, and then Kai steals a
I don't know.
bracelet, and that's I
Shout
think
out to
that's
Paula
part
for ruining Kai's life.
of
Hey,
it. Paula stinks.
Was she
Loki
the worst character on the show?
Absolutely.
She was bad.
Molly Shannon was
Underrated.
She was great character, but like she was terrible.
Yeah.
Like listening to her ask Armand about if that's the pineapple suite is the one with the plunge pool. Something about plunge pool is so funny to me. I don't really even know what it is. I'm white trash, so I don't know.
There was
Just-
also
just a small pool.
how
Very
about
cool.
the lady in episode 1 who was pregnant for half the episode and then had a baby. Like, what happened to her?
Oh, that's what I said to Brittany last night. She said a lot of focus was on this woman who gave birth the first episode. She had nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah.
She was Melinda?
No, Belinda was the spa lady.
Oh, okay.
It was the girl. It was her first day at work, and Armand was
Yeah.
so horrible to her.
Yeah.
So do you have mustard on your tit or whatever he said?
She gave birth in his office.
Is she Australian?
That
is
office-
Is Armand Australian?
Yeah, when
We try to
the
figure that out.
post episode stuff that I actually watched for the first time last night.
It was good last
He
night.
sounds exactly like he does in the show, which I appreciate.
Sally and I just immediately started looking up what else he's been in, so we just go binge
That dude
Armand
is
content
awesome.
for the rest of our lives.
It's like he actually did coke for that scene. Like, that's how much he nailed it. And maybe he did.
Another question in This Week in TV. Has anyone watched the most recent episode of Ted Lasso?
No.
It was a Christmas episode. A lot of Christmas feels.
Ooh, yes.
I think I might straight up just watch it on Christmas, like for the next 3 years running. Just a great episode of television.
I've only done one episode of the new season.
I watched more TV yesterday than I've watched in forever. I did not move off the couch.
We got Hard Knocks on the docket right now, too. Watched one of those last night.
Oh, honestly though, sorry, I'm still on White Lotus because like stuff's coming back to me. Maybe my favorite character outside of Armand, the little brother,
Quinn
who ends up doing the rowing.
just
Like,
ran away.
That was such a sweet storyline. Like, cause it was nice how they like took him in, and you felt bad for him because his sister and Paula were horrible to
Well,
him.
his ended on a positive note, but then Rachel settles for Shane
That was a
again.
bummer.
Yeah.
Just a weird episode. We needed 2 more episodes, I think, to kind of draw out some of the things that were wrapped up. Very like, how does Shane get off immediately?
Well, so the guys
You
in
know.
the guys in his room. I mean, like they're
But there's a motive. He took a shit in a suitcase.
yeah, but like he didn't like.
The dude's dead with a stab wound in a hot tub, and he's I accident.
Well,
came around the corner.
he thinks
Should
it's
have
he thinks
investigated.
it's an
Yeah.
intruder.
Unless there's a camera in the room, like how is that alibi? You have no alibi. So it's there just. there's
He
some
wouldn't
things
be. He
that-
wouldn't be flying back to the states the next day.
No, not at all.
And another couple things. I feel like there would be more texting going on. Like, I'm still not sure, unless I missed this, why Paula didn't just text Kai, like, "Hey,
Don't like stop.
no go, like you got to get out of there."
Right.
Kai was such a sweetheart too.
Why did he just go full like hardo? Why couldn't he? Well, he should have just been like, "Hey, totally misunderstanding here. I'm the bellboy." Instead, he put on a mask and hid, and then like tackled her.
He did.
Just
Seemed
some,
unnecessary.
Some things like
He panicked.
suspend
He'd never been in
disbelief
that. He'd
type
never
of
been in that position. And also, I feel like your wife, who while you are still married, and she got another room, like y'all would be. You would know if she's coming to the airport. Like y'all could text at some point, right?
Yeah.
They went to dinner the night they called off their marriage. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it probably doesn't happen. I don't know.
Sometimes
Just
you
to
gotta get dinner
Belinda.
off. Could have been a good resi. Hard to get.
Shane really was a big baby, though.
Everyone in the show had their moments where they were either the worst or the best at some point.
Shane.
Except for Greg. Greg was just always the best.
Is he the
Uncle
dad?
Rico.
He was just he has health problems, but he just wears
Oh,
Hawaiians.
Okay.
Yeah, he played Uncle
He just
Rico.
He just swims like he's swimming for his life and wears Hawaiians.
I always thought it was weird how he would be hawking up a lung and then
and then swimming his little dick off.
Yeah.
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 It's
It
like-
doesn't make any sense.
He
So
was
I
so
thought-
tan.
yeah, I don't know. There's some things about that show that I'm just like, yeah.
I just loved it.
Connie
I did
Britton.
too.
Look, it was set up for me to love it because all the acting, like Connie Britton's in it.
Well, they're running it back. Different cast,
I'll watch.
different location.
They're doing Harbor Springs, I hear.
Are they actually running it back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Season-
you serious?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
for
All
season
new
2.
all new storyline.
New cast, new
characters.
storyline, new characters.
Oh,
What-
I thought it was over.
Well, they said
I agree though. I think the best scenario is prequel. Like I need Armand prequel. They should just give him a different show, not White Lotus season 2, just Armand.
the it's supposed to be like the White Lotus it's sort of like a chain hotel, right?
Right.
So there's
It's
there's a White
sandals.
Lotus,
Oh, okay.
Deer Valley,
so we
White
can go
Lotus,
to, like,
yeah.
Thailand or something.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm in. Brett, do you have any breaking news for us today?
Well,
This
as
is
a
a
matter of-
Brett-heavy episode. I love it.
Matter of fact, I do. Randy, could you? Well, let's decide after. Would you like to do Austin reality show, Cybertrucks, or OnlyFans nurse?
Cybertruck.
Okay, Randy, could you help me out?
You're no
This is-
fun.
This
we
is
pimped your truck.
this is the new
can cyber it
Cybertruck attachment called the Cyberlander. It costs $50,000 and it comes with a retractable staircase that leads to the living room, bedroom, bathroom, and home office.
All that's in there.
Yeah,
This is the Tesla truck, right?
yeah, this
Yeah.
is a Tesla truck.
And it's just a modification, straight
Yeah,
mod.
It's a mod.
It's an attachment.
Yep.
Someone in my family has put down a down payment for the
There
Tesla
is-
truck, and I will not believe that he's actually going to get it until I see it in the driveway.
$80 million in Cybertruck pre-orders.
It's so ugly that I love it.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Like, if that thing parked next to me somewhere, I'd think I was getting like taken over by like
Dude,
robots.
Why is
this
it
thing's getting
64-bit?
This thing's getting flipped in high winds.
It's an RV. Well,
I don't think you drive
you
while
don't.
you're-
Yeah, it's an RV kit.
You
So
park it and do your shit in there.
Yeah, you mash that thing down.
Well, you're driving it somewhere.
I think it.
boom, 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 boom.
I think it probably like collapses.
Yeah. Till I collapse. You know.
And this is real.
This is real.
Okay.
Dude, the first time somebody drives us into a parking garage and just scrapes the dome off of it, hitting the little bar.
I still don't think you drive with it up, Dave. I think you drive with it just in the
Does
back.
it really all fold down? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's got to collapse. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Collapsible.
Looks like it does.
Well, I'll fuck right off.
You want to hear about this Austin reality show, Will?
Very much so.
So Netflix has put out they call it the world's largest casting call ever.
Randy.
Seems redundant. But yeah, the idea is the show is going to follow a group of 20-somethings on the quest to find success and love during the 2020s while living in one of the fastest growing cities in America, a.k.a. Austin.
Are they looking for people that have cake?
Everything's cake.
And maybe
Like own a
produce
cake shop?
videos for a thriving media startup.
Potentially.
Randy feels perfect for this.
I know. He's in his late 20s. He's ready to do the Roaring 20s. I don't know. No working title yet.
I'm so bummed that it's like the Roaring 20s is a reference to the age of the contestants and it's not some flapper themed thing. Because when you were talking about this earlier, that's what I had in my head. I was like, oh, these people are just me gallivanting around town like swing dancing with Tommy guns.
Is it about their age or the fact that we're in the 20s?
I think it's a play on both.
Oh.
But I also like the idea of just us being at like a restaurant having like dinner one night, and then Randy, who got cast on the show, walks in wearing a zoot suit, and we're just like, oh God, let's go.
Are you? Here's the show. It's actually going to be called Roaring 20s.
Yeah.
In Austin. It says, "Are you in your 20s and ready to let loose?"
Nope.
Dance emoji.
I'm out.
I'm good.
Well, guess what?
This is going to be insufferable.
You're not alone. This new series will follow a group of 20-somethings in Austin, Texas. Tell us why you're looking to live the best years of your life in the biggest, boldest way possible. It's a 1-minute submission. They say no ring lights, no glam. Just show us the real you.
Let's get Randy. Let's do an audition tape for Randy.
You must be 18 years
He
old
does
and
one.
a resident of the U.S., Canada, or UK.
Randy does one after every live stream. Like you just do a cut from one of those. Send in a Randy goodbye vid from any of the streams we've done, and I think he's in.
This will be the biggest layup since had we actually made a video for Dylan to get on The Bachelor. Like this is more of a layup to me than that.
Yeah. We can get him on.
Yeah, you're on. Congratulations, Randy.
Our network's starting to sense that The Bachelor's wobbling and starting to lose its GOAT status. So like now everybody's just volume shooting reality shows, and they're just going to get scummier and scummier because they know that's what people want.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine? I mean, if Randy gets on the show, we're going to have content for days recapping these shows. It's
It'll
going
be
to be
good.
the best.
It'll be good for the brand.
Yeah. Can't
Agreed.
wait.
Dave, you wanted this last story, the OnlyFans nurse?
Sure.
Randy?
Oh,
So this is
okay.
this is
What sorority?
Allie Ray. She
Oh.
was a former neonatal ICU nurse.
Okay.
That's new natal. She revealed
There is
that
no spoon.
she quit her hospital job, which paid her between 60 and 70 grand a year, to now make $75,000 per month, having sex with her husband on OnlyFans.
Good for
Oh,
her.
wow. So it's full on.
Oh yeah,
So she's making porn.
she's doing porn on OnlyFans.
But
yeah.
it's only for fans.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You have
So
to
if you're
pay
not a
for it.
fan,
75K a month?
Yep. Here's what happened though. She did it as a secret. She wanted to keep it on the DL. some of her in December 2020, some of her co-nurses reported her Instagram, not her OnlyFans, her Instagram to her boss. She got off with a warning as she didn't use her real name nor stated where she worked. Fast forward. 3 months later, her coworkers subscribed to her OnlyFans account,
Nice.
which she set up in September 2020 after getting many requests from Instagram followers.
So it's not just risque photos. It's full on.
There's sex tapes.
There's definitely somebody in that hospital who knew that this was going on before it was reported, and then was really bummed when it turned out that she was gonna like get fired from this.
Ray said her coworkers only subscribed to her channel to screenshot it and send it to her boss.
Oh, that
that's-
is some
Yeah,
narc
I'm
shit.
sure that's why I'm sure that's why some of the people subscribed to it, just so they
Man.
could report her.
Come on.
It was her. She quotes, "It was like Mean Girls for adults."
Damn.
A lot
Yeah,
of
I mean-
a lot of jealousy.
If I had advice
Hey,
for her, like,
jealousy.
if you can't hide that
bosses.
you're having sex on camera, you know?
Her
Yeah,
manager
yeah.
then told her, "Delete the OnlyFans or leave."
And did she leave?
Guess what? She left.
Yeah, I'd be like, match my salary and I'll stay.
$75K a month.
Yep.
She's gonna retire soon.
$75K a month. And
Any
she's,
kids?
She's
No kids, right?
No kids. She's
Okay.
continuing to do this, and rates in between $65,000 and $75,000 a month.
Good for her.
If anybody wants to share their login, Brett@washedmedia.com.
Now Ray is selling pay-per-view videos that cost anywhere between $7 and $30 of her masturbating and performing sex acts with her
Okay.
husband, as well
We've gone far enough.
as $12.99 subscription.
Is she gonna do the bathwater thing? Like,
Oh
is
my
that like a little
God.
drop-in for patrons?
Unclear.
Okay.
We're sending our bathwater to all the patrons for Christmas this year,
Dude,
right?
you're not supposed to tell them.
Sorry. We can delete this part. Most people probably didn't make it this far because they didn't want White Lotus spoilers.
True.
We're
It's
good.
it's actually a Brad Keys bathwater from New Orleans.
Yeah, he took a long bath there.
Why does he take baths so much?
He loves them. They just redid their house and he put in like essentially put in like the world's biggest bathtub.
It's a plunge pool.
You
He
know who
loves
does too, by the way? This was the fourth story that did make breaking news. Matthew McConaughey,
Big bath guy.
shower guy, brushes his teeth 5 times a day, but doesn't use deodorant.
Brushing your teeth 5 times a day seems like it would have more of like a negative effect. At that
People
point.
use deodorant.
I can see doing the extra one like post coffee or something, or like if you eat beets or something, just to get the
5?
stains out. 5's a lot.
Five's
Four-
a
The
lot.
enamel's gone.
Yeah,
like do
5's
a
lot.
lunchtime, a post lunch one is not weird. There was a time where I
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
It lasted about 4 days, but
Three I can get by, but 5 is just like, okay, that's a lot.
Seems like a gum issue,
Yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself.
but no deodorant for McConaughey. Clogs you up.
Okay. Well,
That'll
thank
do
you,
it.
Brett. That
Yeah.
was fun, man.
That was a fun episode.
Brett,
Thanks
thank
for
you for
having me
joining
on
us
all
today.
day today.
You did
just a great Brett performance.
We needed a shot of energy and we got it. That's all she wrote. Hey, we'll see you guys down on Patreon tomorrow. Patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast for worst of. Send in your stories, worst of, at washmedia.com or head over to washmedia.com. There's a very easy form. We keep everything anonymous. Let's have some fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.